meeting is being recorded.
And I am with Bob Kudla once again from Trading Genius. Bob, I mean, my audience knows you. We've talked about your credentials. They can find you on tradinggenius.com, is it?
Yeah, tradelikeagenius.com.
Tradelikeagenius.com. So what do we see now, Bob? I have you on every month, and it looks like things are just a disaster, in my opinion. So, I mean, hyperinflation, volatile markets. I mean, what do you have to say about all this?
Yeah, it's they took 12 years. They created the everything bubble, and now they have to pop it. So it's just one more thing that the Biden administration is going to hang around its neck. So, and the sad thing about it, Dave, is that it's probably not going to do too much to inflation in the short term because the Fed really only can handle asset bubbles. Just the inflation that we have is embedded in the economy. We don't produce enough energy, so energy costs are going higher. We don't produce enough food costs are going higher.
Well, he shut down the pipeline that could have been handled.
Yeah, and right, and they block any kind of production and any kind of federal land. So a lot of this stuff is self-inflicted wounds. Look at the ports. They could solve the port crisis in an hour by just allowing every truck that needs to be on the road to be able to go into the port. But if it's more than 3 years old, they don't let them into Port of Los Angeles. So he created this artificial supply problem too.
So it's being engineered to take us into the Great Reset.
Yeah, I saw a great paragraph. They said, they're creating supply chain issues for us, right? They're creating violence issues for us. They're creating health issues for us. They're creating energy issues for us, and so these things are all being created. There's solutions to everything. So
this is how you essentially take down America from the inside.
Yeah, but you know what they're doing though? The whole world's going to collapse around us first. I mean, China. Everybody says, "Well, China." China's an absolute mess. If we start raising interest rates, the China GDP is going to drop 30%.
Oh wow.
Okay, you're going to go into a depression. Look at Germany. They can't get enough natural gas. They're now totally dependent on Russia, which I'm sure Europe's really happy about. Turkey's got ready to implode. So, even though things are bad here, they're worse other places, Dave. And, I always put a positive outlook on things because in this case because the Biden administration is getting blamed for all this. He thought they could throw this over onto Trump and say, hey, we're the saviors here. But man, this is Mr. Magoo. Okay. This guy can't see straight and everything they do wrong. So
yet on the polls, the Fox polls and other polls are saying he has an approval rating of 47%, which is that's just once again the news, the media, the propaganda. We know whose side they're on. It's just we are at war on all fronts here, and I know you agree with that statement.
Yeah, for sure. Everywhere you turn, they're trying to shut us down. But you know what? We're going to prevail.
What about the Feds? Did the Feds meet today for the interest rate hikes?
Yesterday, and what they decided is that this bond buying they're doing is going to end in March, and they're going to start raising rates in March. And stock market, well, by March, the stock market should be down another 20%. So it'll probably be down 25% from its all-time highs by the time we meet in March. And then we'll see where it goes from there. Maybe it'll bottom there for the year, but for sure, looking at the charts, look, nobody's buying, Dave. We're trading the market every day. It's called you just can't hold a bid, which means that every time somebody wants to buy something, somebody's selling over top of it and driving it down lower. So we still have a lot more room to the downside to go to get to what's called more fair value. But it is what it is. We just trade what's in front of us.
So I guess for someone like me, it's best to buy gold and silver and stock up on food and water. I mean, we're at that point now, right? Like where I need to start. No, seriously, I need to start shelving food and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, well, I have a full freezer. Yeah, we call it the silver and lead trade. So, you buy the lead to support the silver. But yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, we're rotating in what's called the commodity trade. I know we're joking around, but you're talking about anything that's physical you want to own. Gold, silver. These are the miners too. I'm talking about stock market. You can own physical gold and silver too if you want. But food prices are going up, energy prices are going up, commodity prices are going up, and the stuff that you used to think that are great, like Teslas and Apples and all that stuff, those guys are all going down because they can't handle higher interest rates.
Really? So what it was? So how does that affect the green movement or that type of energy? How does that affect that right now?
Well, green energy movement is what's curtailing supply. So you can't get a new coal plant built. You can't get a new mine built. You can't drill more oil. They're blocking you everywhere you go.
So they're
So
hindering the growth.
yeah, production. And the demand's not stopping. You and I aren't stopping driving. People aren't stopping driving around the world. Look, oil prices have been going up the whole time. The stock market's been suffering, but we've been in energy, trades, and they're doing just fine. So, up until today, today the energy markets have been up. We're over 80 some dollars now in oil. We're going to $120 a barrel. And, you want to talk about people freaking out when we get to $120 a barrel. People will be the Biden administration, put this way, won't be able to avoid it.
So what do you see the common consumer like? What do you see them paying for gas in the next 6 months to a year?
Well, let's see. Well, I'm out here in California, so we're already at 4.50 a gallon. So I think probably by summertime we'll be between 5.50 and $6 a gallon.
Whoa,
And you can calculate based off, for
that'll be
Texas.
about
But
450 here.
yeah. So that's my view on it, and we don't see any way out of it. And if we keep picking a fight with Russia, an accident can happen, and prices may even go higher. But be that as it may, we're going over $100 a barrel oil. Big money has to hide out somewhere, and they protect themselves from inflation by buying energy companies, and they buy oil. And so yes, that's our view. Energy is the name of the game for this year for stock trading.
Energy.
Energy.
This is all like, I mean, this is always like every time I have you on, it's like I just get more and more. I see the severity of this, and like we're in trouble, and there's no way around this. I mean,
Yeah.
the country's in trouble, the whole entire planet is in trouble, and this goes along with, call it conspiracy or not, this goes with the Great Reset. This is what they have engineered. This is all heavily engineered. I mean, we agree on that, right? You agree this is
Yeah.
all 100% engineered. This doesn't have to be this way.
No, for sure. Because Trump had it totally 180, and they turned around and did 180 in all his things. And by the way, Dave, I'm just the messenger. I'm not causing it.
No, I know. I just, but I know you are kind of we all see it. I mean, everyone can see
Yeah.
it every day. I mean, anybody who watches the news, the fake news, or pays attention to these type of podcasts, we all know we're in trouble, man. And crime is spiking. Like along with it, when the economy's in trouble like this, violent crime spikes, and that's what I'm seeing all over the place. There's a lot of violent crime.
Yeah, that was the other part too. We're having a crime issue, so they cut the police down too. Look, I can't stop any of this stuff, but all I could do is to try to take advantage of these situations and trends. And a lot of the American people said they do know. Look, they've been moving from blue to red. They've been moving from blue states to red states, blue cities to red cities. They're moving out of cities into exurbs. There's opportunities at all that. I was talking to my friend yesterday, and I know you always talk to me about real estate, and he was saying, is it still good to be in real estate? And I said, well, if you look at the whole Cumberland Valley, like if you get outside of DC, like 30 or 40 miles, and you take that valley all the way down almost into Atlanta, that whole area there looks ripe for price appreciation because it's safe. You're talking about places like Charlottesville, Danville, Knoxville. All that whole area there has been. People are moving into it because it's nice place, nice weather, nice scenery, safe, smaller towns. and you're starting to see people moving into those zones, and I think those are tremendous opportunities for people. The most undervalued state is Ohio, believe it or not, like where you can actually buy rental property and actually cash flow it with a decent rate of return. Now, where I live, I don't know why people are buying real estate, but I got a flyer here right on my desk. 50 people coming to my neighbor's house to buy a house. But you
Really?
know why? Because Orange County is a red county. People don't want to leave California. They're leaving San Francisco. Now they're coming down there invading my town.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. They screw up
and
their city, and then they come to your city to do the same, vote the
yeah,
same. In Texas and Austin, also Arizona, people are paying 20, 30, 50, and I've heard even in some cases $100,000 over asking price just to get the
yeah. I
home.
just don't know where to go. I'm like, hey, this is great. I could become an instant house millionaire. And but then where do I go? I don't want. I like the weather. I'm
Right. And
stuck.
and and when I was in Austin, looking at houses, $1 million now buys you
Nothing.
something really basic. Nothing. I mean, not a dump, but nothing you would think $1 million should buy you at all.
Yeah.
And it's completely overpopulated. It's been completely taken over by California. I mean, I have no desire to go back to Austin, to be honest.
Yeah. So those are trend or opportunities there too. And look, the nuclear movement is going to co-opt the green energy movement. They know they can't produce enough alternate energy. They're going to have to go nuclear. So I just keep buying more and more uranium stocks, and that it's going to be a bull market there, and then food companies are going to do well this year too. So I can't fix these problems. I can only trade through them. Oh, and here's the one though, and this is deep to our heart is we've been doing very well trading DWAC, which is the new Trump social media company,
Okay.
WAC. It's been moving very, very volatile, which means it's opportunities to trade that. And then, Rumble has a publicly company too, CFVI. So people want to, part of the political trend this year is people are going to be on those platforms. Those companies are going to make more money. You're going to make money owning them.
Yeah, I've been told about Trump's to buy into the Trump's social media company. So can I contact you directly for that?
Yeah. I'll give you the info. Yeah, it's
Okay,
public
yeah.
now. So yeah, we've been trading it. It's been more. I mean, sometimes this thing moves like $8 or $10 in a day. So, you just let it come back down. You buy it again. Just get back on the roller coaster. But yeah, they're going to launch next month. So this
So
stock went
I
from
better get in now.
yeah, when it opened up last year at 18, it went to 170, came all the way back down to 40, and now it's bouncing around the mid 60s. But it just was at $90, so
Wow.
it literally went from 55 to 90 last week. It's back down to like $65 now. We just bought back in, and we're looking forward to ride come back in. Yeah, I'll just shoot you. I'll shoot you a text after
Please,
the
I want to get in. I want to get in on this. I
yeah.
do.
Just buy a little bit. Buy a
What
little
about
bit. Don't go crazy.
no,
Okay.
I'll follow your lead, man. You just tell me what to do. What
Yeah.
about ammo and guns? Like I'm sure people now are like having a stock up with that. Is that worth buying?
Yeah, gun manufacturers are already pretty overbought. There's a company, ammo. I think it's called POW, POWW, is an ammo company that people trade in and out of. We had a shortage of ammunition last year, so I think that's starting to abate. Because everybody, brother, I think they sold 1 billion rounds of ammunition. Everybody just hoarded it. But yeah, POWW's out there. That's a good trading company as well. So there's opportunities all laying around all over the place.
So for further assistance, people can just reach you at tradelikeagenius.com.
Yeah, go to tradelikeagenius.com. Dave, I put together specials for your listeners. They can 65% off anything already pre-discounted. We trade the stock market, we trade the crypto markets, we day trade too. So you can pick whatever room that's best for you. And our prices are really, really good. So you get your bang for your buck, and you get our access to our algorithm that does the buy and sells. You get access to a chat room. I put trades out every day, so to help people kind of maneuver through this. and then we teach you how to trade through our training videos. So all that comes with the package. You pick your bundle. If you don't want a bundle, you just want to pick something here and there in the store, 45% off, promo code winner on anything that's not already pre-discounted.
All right, folks, that's
you'll like what we do.
That's promo code winner.
Winter. Yeah.
Winter. Oh, winter. I'm thinking winter.
Yeah.
Winter. All right. Winter. All right. Hey. Well, Bob, thanks for joining me. Promo code winter. Correction there. Winter. Thanks for joining me, Bob. And I will be sending you a text immediately.
Yeah. I'll hit you up as soon as we're off here.
All right. You got it, man. God bless you.
You too.